15 minutes early, baby, here in the Boneyard getting shit done. We got, once again, very special guests. These guys are local, all the way from Cambridge, not even far, man. So introduce yourself, buddy. Let us know what band you play for, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, my name's Mark. I play bass and I do vocals in a band called Gribert, and we just released a new record called Fright Without on the 9th. And yeah, that's it, man. That's me. That's us.
No, that's awesome. I love everyone's so quick. They're just like their name, or they're like, I want to play guitar, and then that's it. It's like, oh, right on.
But I say my astrological sign?
Tell us.
Well, you got to guess. What do you think?
So I'm gonna guess you're probably like a Taurus or something.
Whoa, man! Good guess.
Thank you, man. Like,
I'm actually a Gemini, but I was born on the cusp, so I'm like half Taurus.
Oh, I'm the same. I'm a half Virgo and Libra.
No? Crazy.
Yeah.
That's as deep as knowledge goes of astrology. Yeah.
It's weird, like when you put it all together. I don't know, maybe it's just the way we put it together. Sometimes it makes a lot of sense and shit, man. You know.
Yeah, sometimes, but I don't
know. Let's get right into it, though. You guys have merch. You guys got CDs and shit. Where do we fucking find that stuff?
Pretty much if you just Google Gribert, Greber, we've got it's just like a Bandcamp site that we sell our shit on.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. We got a few people watching Hollywood here who helped set up the show, obviously. Big shout out to her. She's the one that's taking care of the scheduling now, because with work and shit, I was trying to do it. Fuck. You work full time too, so I'm always interested in this because it hits me personally. The time. How do you find the time to juggle everything, man?
I don't know, man. Like half an hour at a time. Don't just get to. Yeah, I feel like if you just more consistent than quantifying time, like if you can put away like even just half an hour a day, that's usually enough.
Yeah.
Versus like being like, oh man, I got to do like 4 hours worth of stuff. Like, doesn't really work that way when you work a construction gig, as I'm sure you know.
I know for a while there at the beginning of the year, we were in Thunder Bay working 12 hours, 7 days a week, right? Like, how do you schedule? Now my shows are at like 11 at night because I'm not even getting off the roof till like 8 or 9, you know, and then you got to try and eat, you know, hang with the boys for a minute, and then fucking showtime, right? It's like, holy.
Yeah. Totally, man.
Has there been times where you've had to like rush out of work just to make a gig? Get on, like, show up at the gig just in time? And
yeah, actually there was one show. Actually, we played some festival like years and years ago, and we were playing like in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And after the show, I had to go and work the bar at a wedding that I worked at a hotel. So, but that was like the worst. That was like the worst fucking time of my life, because I was like, oh sweet, I just played a show. And now I have to go like listen to fucking Rasputin and Bob Seger until my ears. Actually, nothing against Bob Seger, because that guy kicks ass. But yeah, you know what I mean. Just like go and work a wedding and be like, "Fuck yeah, I'm at a wedding." Like, I wish I was out here.
Yeah, I hear you though, man. Like sometimes, and then like for the style of music, you guys are like a fucking. How do you say it? Like a sludge grind, right? Like it's pretty heavy and shit. You guys played a wedding? Like, whose wedding was this, right? Like
oh no, it wasn't. We didn't play the wedding. I had to just like
work it and stuff. Oh yeah.
I got dropped off at the hotel with our like van full of gear. And no, that would have been. I don't think we would ever play a wedding, even if someone was like, "Yo, play our wedding," I'd be like, "Man, your marriage is doomed to fail. Like, don't."
Yeah. Imagine that, eh? Having like you guys with Deadwood, like Dead Man's Prophecy, play your wedding. That'd be sick, bud.
Yeah, at that point, I'd be like, "Man, I think your bride to be is too cool." Like, I don't think anyone who would want us to play a wedding is like.
Yeah, that'd be weird, eh? Fucking.
Yeah, it'd be super weird. Hey, man, I fucking give it a go. Learn like Cotton Eye Joe or something.
Imagine doing a cover of that, man. That'd be hilarious. You guys would fucking, you know, fast you'd have to play that.
Well,
all right.
Now that we've said it, I got to try it.
It's gonna happen. You heard it here first, folks. Cotton Eye Joe cover. Done and fucking score. So, like, growing up and shit, and then to the music you listen now, say, within your life, has any of that evolved and changed? Like, obviously, the style of playing always does, right? But even the music you listen to kind of evolves and changes with how you feel and how you play older as you get older, right? So I know mine has completely done a 180 as far as what I listen to now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Like, man, my favorite shit growing up was Weird Al Yankovic. Like,
dude, I gotta say, that was probably my first introduction to music in general. I remember having a little tape deck, and I got a tape, and me and my two buddies would go in the backyard on the deck, and we just blast Weird Al Yankovic. It was like really the first music I ever put on and played over and over and over.
Hell yeah, man! I remember listening to like "Smells Like Nirvana" and being like, "This is really funny," but I was like, this song kicks ass. Like, who's the actual band that he's like? Yeah, that's right. Weird Al is still great. He'll never not be great. So yeah. But yeah, over time, I feel like, man, honestly, I feel like I listen to way less like heavy music. Now I just want to listen to like Steely Dan or some fucking yacht rock shit like that.
I got a lot of blues on my playlist that's been coming up a lot. Abby the Spoon Lady, like, I can't get enough of her music. Like, it's weird, but I still during the day on my like list, it's all death metal and shit. When I get home, I shower. It's the blues. It's calming music. It's like bands like fucking the Abby the Spoon Lady is a huge one. Even a great one. I'm always pronouncing it wrong. Bridge City Burners, I believe it is, a little wee band out of Alabama, which are fucking fantastic. They're like folk thingy, some backwood music, right? And,
nice.
Yeah.
Here, hold on, let me write that down. What'd you say, Abby the Spoon Lady?
Yeah, check her out. You can type her in anywhere, any platform, and she'll come up. She got a couple wicked documentaries about her. That's all I'll say tonight, just so to allow you to experience it without me ruining anything, right? Like,
thanks, man. No, I'll definitely fucking check her out.
Oh, for sure, right? So, Cambridge, like, it's not too often I get Ontario bands. It's weird. Montreal, BC, Norway, Ireland, right? This Sunday we rescheduled the bands we've got coming from Russia and shit. So, local bands here, man. Who are you guys playing with, or like who are the local shows that you're going to go see and stuff?
There's a label based out of Kitchener. They're called No Funeral. They do like a lot of sort of like aggressive, new generation sort of screamo music, which is like super fucking good. It's not something I was ever into like when I was younger, but yeah, the guy running it, Nate, is just like, I don't know. He's a younger dude who's like really stoked on music, and he brings a lot of awesome bands to town. Actually, we played our record release at this place called Jack Burger, which is on Duke Street. I don't know if you know. Do you live in Kitchener?
No, I kind of don't live anywhere. I kind of stay in Oshawa when I'm home. My work takes me all over. Like I said, I'm in Sudbury. It was in Thunder Bay. When you're in London, you're not driving 4 hours home. You know, it's hotel. It's like being on tour in a sense, right? Like
pretty much. Yeah, I hear that, dude. But no, there's a lot of good shit coming out of Kitchener, man, and like the shows are getting to be a lot better. And yeah, no, it's a good place to happen, man.
No, that's awesome to see it. Like we just actually had a band. They're kind of scattered. Just recently, they're one guy's out of Hamilton, one guy's out of Midland and shit. Right? It's as much as I live in Ontario off and on over the years. I actually moved back here because of the music scene out of Toronto and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
But as far as bands on the show, as dumb as it sounds, very rare do I get a Toronto or a Kitchener or a local Ontario band, man.
That's
I'm slacking in that sense, right?
Yeah.
Another band you should definitely check out is Cross Dogs, man. I think you'd like them. They're like a heavy punk. They're a local Peterborough band. Fuck.
Yeah, man. I think I played with them before, like back in the day.
No way, they're sick. They were one of the funnest shows I ever seen over there at the Grey Goat. That's where it's called. They're fucking.
Nice. Cross Dog is awesome, man.
Yeah. One of my best rock photos I've ever taken too, man, is of Cross Dogs, their lead singer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's fantastic. It's on Instagram. I've definitely posted it here a bunch. Maybe I'll post. That'll be my next post. A couple of my favorite concert photos, right? Here in the boat.
Right. Oh, yeah.
How did you hear about us? I guess through, once again, John Asher. The guy's a legend, right?
Yeah, no, man. He just we worked with him. We've worked with him a bunch. He's just like a totally rad, solid dude. Helps us out, like gets the word out, and he finds fucking, cool fucking, streams and podcasts and different interview outlets to chat with, man. So yeah, shout out to John Asher for that.
Yeah, when I first got in touch with him, I actually had him on the show a couple weeks after we first started talking about what I was trying to do and what I do here, right? And then it was just 5 emails a day. Check this band out, this band. Like, it was like, thank God for Hollywood here. She's the reason why all of a sudden it's all like, the guy gives so much time to music. More than me. It's unbelievable, man. Like, there's always someone that works harder and better than you in that sense. So it gives you that drive, right? He can do that. Well, I got to do one more, right? Who really inspired you as far as like music goes? Like, why? Who was it for you, right?
Man, I don't know. I don't know, just like a bunch of different, groups and bands and individuals. I think it was mainly, you know what? It was probably Steve, who's the other half of Gribert. He played in another band from close to Thunder Bay, and they moved down to Cambridge, and I started playing bass for that band, and they were just like, yo, let's like go on tour. Like, let's just book a tour out to Victoria and back. And I was like, what? That's fucking crazy. Like, how is that possible? And he's like, I don't know. Right now it isn't. Like, let's just fucking do it and lose a shit ton of money, and who gives a crap? So,
well, people I always find, especially with the show, they're not in it for the money in that sense. Like, eventually it will come, obviously, if you push and you grind and you get your hours in and you do your time in that sense. But in the beginning, it's all, you're like scrounging, sharing French fries, you get one, I get one, you get one, and then you count them all. Right? Like, the metal community, once again, I always brag about it. It's the best fucking community in the music scene right now, man. 100%.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you, man.
Yeah, it's hard to not like. We've had quite a few other artists and stuff from different genres and shit on, and you get talking to them. Sapphire Rain and I were talking the other couple weeks back. Now again, she's been on the show a few times. Huge shout out to her. And she's actually born on the same day as me, so happy birthday to her tomorrow. Tell her right now. But their scene seems to be very competitive. They seem to be, stepping on each other instead of helping each other in that sense up the line, right? Like,
yeah. What scene are they a part of?
she does like more rap and R&B and hip hop and shit, right? And it was weird to actually hear that. I would think they would be all about helping each other up and stuff as well, right? But maybe it's just her area, where she is. But
yeah,
even with Autumn Marie, she'll be on the show soon. She's having problems with the label and all this other shit. Like life gets in the way, obviously. Single mother, pumping out music. I've shared a bunch of her stuff so far. Once again, rap, R&B, and same deal, man. It's very competitive on that side of the fence, right?
Yeah,
seems to be, for what I can see, right? But
maybe it's more competitive because there's actually maybe some like money to be made. In metal, it's like, let's just all accept the fact none of us are going to make money. So it's a bit.
That's a very good point to make, because I've had this conversation a few times, and that's so true. Like when you get into the metal and the punk scenes and stuff, you're not dreaming of making millions in that sense, right? You just want to get on that stage, play your music no matter what, right? Like,
yeah, and it's so niche and it's so fucking revolting to the general public. You can't just like throw on like a Grabber song and be like, "Hey, let's get dancing, everybody." Everyone be like, "Turn that fucking shit off!" Like screaming and like, "Oh my god!" Whereas like maybe some like smoother rap or R&B has like it has a bit more of a commercial appeal. Not commercial, but just like it's a bit more universal. Whereas the shit that we do and like if you listen to death metal, it's for death metal people. You're not gonna like its major roadblock isn't the fact that it's not on the radio, because if it's on the radio, you put a fucking dying fetus song on the radio, people are gonna be like, "This is fucked."
And cattle decapitation. I can't even say it. I've seen them a couple times. They're fucking fantastic. What I mean? Like,
yeah, they're the shit, but they're not huge because they're not on the radio. Because that, or people would be like, just fucking turn it off. Put something else on.
A show I went and seen Machine Head there a couple years back before COVID, just before COVID. Me and my buddy, they didn't even have an opening band or nothing, but they made the statement. They're like, "We're here because of you guys." They have never been on the radio that they know of, other than like independent and underground shit where you're not even supposed to play music, right? You know what I mean? Like, but yet it was sold out crowd, man. I was lucky to even get my ticket to them and shit, right? Like,
yeah, that's a good example, man. It's just like, yeah, they never had any sort of huge commercial push or appeal. It was all just people who are like, you know what? I fucking love Machine Head. That's it.
And they showed their buddies, and their buddies showed other buddies, and then the internet appeared, and now you can show people that live in fucking wherever about it,
Yeah, you know what? I feel like that sort of like entry point for me was Pantera, because like they weren't Metallica, like they weren't Metallica big, but like met somebody who liked Pantera, it would be like, oh, cool, like we're part of the secret society of people who like know what the fuck is up with that.
Yeah,
shit.
well, you take even Metallica back in the day with like all their old stuff. They were on the radio and that. They were kind of the commercial band in that sense. And then to hear about Pantera or even Motorhead was another kind of very underrated band, like barely played on the radio and shit.
Yeah.
But like you said, you meet someone, you're a fucking Motorhead, Pantera, you're like, ooh, yeah. What do you got? Fucking that shit on. Far Beyond Driven, right? Like Ace of Spades.
Yeah, it's weird because you feel like you'd make an instant fast friend if you're like, hey man, you ever heard fucking Rain and Blood? They'd be like, yes, I have. I'd be like, looks like we're gonna be good friends. Like, I don't need to know much more about you at this entry level fucking point. Like, you
No,
like
now you're having a beer. I'll buy you a hot dog and beer, bud. Let's shoot the shit. You know, like that's so true, man. It's so
Yeah.
true.
Whereas, like, if you're like, oh, hey, you ever heard of? I don't know. Maybe it's the same in like the R&B circles. Like, maybe there are some like underground types, but
I would
yeah,
hope so.
the allure that you're gonna make money is, or the possibility is a lot. It's a lot
completely different mindset in that sense.
more.
Even to watch videos, like you watch all the like rap and R&B and stuff, it's all bling, money, 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 make money, make money, go to the rippers, spend all your money in the club. You know, our videos are like shots of us on our camera, fucking phone in cemetery, fucking lip singing our music and shit, you know, like. Yeah, I never thought about that. That's a fucking great way to look at that too, as another you know, insight or information on the subject. I love asking people about that stuff, right? So
yeah, it's like when you're when you're playing like bush league softball or beer league softball, like there's always one guy who's like playing for keeps, and you're like, whoa, like slow your roll, and like
calm down, man. We're family game here. Right?
metal is like the beer league of music, where we're all just like, anyone who shows up with any sort of ego or like high idea of what they're doing is just instantly like, do you realize like what you're playing? It's metal. Like,
yeah,
check yourself, just do your thing, do some rad shit, have a fun time, and like, yeah, fucking slow your roll.
I always say like the pit. People always bitch, especially growing up. The music I listened to, one time my parents wanted me to go see a therapist because they thought something was wrong with me and shit. The heavier and deeper I went down the metal hole, right? But it's an organized chaos. Someone goes down, you get picked up right away, man. People just think, oh, they're gone. They stopped on them. Oh my God, no, they were up instantly, man. You know what I mean? Or when you go crowd surfing, if you need out, like say you're stuck in the pit, I need out, put me up. You go right to the front. They drop you off the gate. Everyone helps each other out. You know what I mean? And now you're out, you can breathe. I've had a couple times where it's like, get me out, man, put me up. I'm a little dude. They toss me up, go right to the gate, drop me off. I walk around, calm down, right?
It's funny. I find it funny sometimes in a pit too. Like, I think in a pit, everyone in a metal pit, everyone becomes like kind of Canadian in the sense where when someone goes down, there's like a crowd of people rushing to help them back up. It's not just like, it's usually like 4 or 5 people are like, get out of my way. I want to help this person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When someone goes down, it's like everyone, there's an alarm that goes off in everyone's head that they're like, oh, fuck, pick this guy up at all costs. Stop whatever you're doing. Everyone stop. Everyone
circle around them so they're blocking all the moshers.
Yeah, totally.
It's so awesome, man. I know I'm getting older, but I still get in that. It makes me feel like I'm fucking 20 again. You know what I mean? But
and then it makes you feel like you're 70 the next day.
A young fella. How old are you now then? How long have you been in the music scene for?
I'm 39 now. I started playing I've been playing music since I was like 14. So
yeah, same. I was about 14 or so when I finally was allowed to have a guitar and shit, right? And then I turned 42 tomorrow or whatever the shit is.
Nice.
So, we're right there in the same fucking genre and stuff, right? Yeah. But are you guys able to go to the States? Have you looked into like doing any tours overseas and shit, or?
We went to Europe maybe like maybe a year before the pandemic struck, and we've both been in bands that had toured the States pretty extensively, and we don't really have any desire to go back.
Nope. I hear you, man. It's hard. I have a few bands that are bugging me to get some stuff down in the US for them and shit. So I'm working on it, but I don't want to do a full on. It's going to be a weekend tour. We're going to do one big show. You know what I mean? Then we're going to be back and go to work Tuesday. We'll take Monday off to get off. You know, but I'm as much as I love the States, I'm half American. I got the dual citizenship, right? So I'm always back and forth. But this show in October, though, that's going to be annual. That's nice and close to the border. It's only 9 hours from fucking where I live, right? Technically. So it's easy to get the bands. I got Dead Man's Prophecy, Last Dance Amongst Wolves, and Andrew Joseph coming with me. 2 out of Montreal, Andrew's out of Woodstock. And then we have Thy Enemy and In the Kingdom of Nightmares, which are the hosting bands, allowing us to even bring our bands down. And then I think it's Wormwood. It's spelt weird. Once again, we talked about this behind the stage. I always pronounce shit wrong, right? So I have the poster and stuff. I'll put it up here fucking tonight after the show and stuff, right? And it should be good time, though, man. Fuck. But next year, I know we're booked, but if you guys even want to do one show, come down. I buy the hotel, your food's covered, and you get to jam with a bunch of other awesome bands. You know?
Yeah, man, that sounds rad. I know, like I know we'd have to get like some, you know, work visas and shit in the past.
It's a birthday party. A lot of the equipment and everything's already there, man. Just got to bring your strings and your Sims and your skins.
Nice.
So, well, I'll fill you in on behind the stage. We can't, in case a border patrol guy recognizes us, right?
Yeah, this is
like
speaking, right?
I've always had that advantage being dual citizenship. I can work anywhere in North America in that. So I never think about when I'm thinking about, oh, let's book a show here, book a show there. Well, I don't have a passport. What does that mean? Oh, you can't go. Oh, fuck. You know, like we even this time organizing the show here in October, getting the bands together. I went through 3 secondary bands because of passport problems and that. It was like, oh fuck. Well, who do I get now? Luckily, we got the local band there, Wormwood. Once again, Worm World. I'll make sure I get the right post here tonight. You know, correct that shit, right?
That's awesome, man. Fucking right.
And then we actually, I can't even. I'll say we do 2 little shows here in Ontario, but they're not death metal friendly. Like I've got to get the rock and roll, the cover bands.
Yeah,
a little hard for me to arrange in that sense because those people. Not metal. They need to make their money and shit. You know what I mean? But
for sure, no, and that's totally understandable, man. If you're trying to throw like your associate was saying, doing more like tribute acts, like those guys, they put the meat in the seats, man. They're pros. They show up, they play like a solid fucking cover set, and 9 times out of 10, that's what's gonna like, you know, keep your bar afloat is having good
100%. Just everyone's singing, everyone's drinking, having a great time. You know what I mean? And then even covered, yeah, you sing along now. It's not like a new band. Like if you guys were there, fuck, half the people would just be there. They wouldn't know you and stuff, right? So that
for sure,
I know it.
Nor would I expect them to be like, "Wow, I'm singing along to this fucking band I just heard of." It's like, no, well,
yeah.
Man, we
download the fucking lyrics.
We had a taste of that. We did maybe like 5 years ago, just kind of half as a joke. We put together like a Manowar cover band. And so we would play like Manowar. We played like one goofy Halloween show and we dressed up and shit. But then the next show we did was like, it was like Manowar tribute act. And, you know, we were kind of like the headliners. And, dude, it was crazy because we were playing these songs and everyone was like singing the lyrics. And I was like, man, this is what it feels like to like be in a real band that people are like, yes. Maybe we'll do it again.
to be there and watch the people bang into their heads, looking up and singing at those moments when it's fucking, like that's gotta be humbling, but yet, almost overwhelming at the same time. Whether it's a cover song or not, they're right there with you in that zone or that fucking universe that you go to when you play music, right?
Dude, it's true. And it was amazing. I was like, oh, this is so much fun. Like, all of my deepest, childhood deficiencies. It was like, everybody loves me. I'm accepted among my peers. This is amazing.
Right. Oh yeah. What are you talking about? Well, obviously music in general. Now,
what you talking about, Willis? Is this
Oh yeah, that's cool. Joe was so fun, man. Three's Company. There was all Who's the Boss. We can go deep.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
That show was fantastic, and it probably one I didn't watch enough of, but always wanted it to be on in that sense.
Yeah.
Growing up, it was Golden Girls, right? Like fucking, like you said, see, I can't even pronounce it. I was even MCYA or whatever. I'm pretty dyslexic. It's hold on, YMCA. I got to do the dance to spell it proper. But so your real job, we were talking about this. You work fucking construction as well and stuff, right? Like,
yeah.
How long you been in construction then for? Like your whole life, or?
Oh no, I just got my ticket. Maybe a year ago. I went through the apprenticeship and I got my journey person certification.
Oh yeah. Tin banger and stuff then?
Pardon?
Not a tin banger.
No, I do mechanical insulation. So we work with the tin bangers and the plumbers and just pretty much cover up bits of their that need to stay hot or need to stay cold.
Yeah. Yeah. I've done that over the years.
This is a
right.
Totally hookup.
Right. Definitely. Teabagger. That's all. That's over on our fucking fans only page. We have me and all the bands we've been on the show doing the helicopter, fucking teabagging shit. $7.99 a month, baby. I don't even think it's called fans only. It's only fans or whatever. We're always joking about that shit, man.
No,
as a band, like, could you do a fans only?
Maybe.
Might be something new to look into. Maybe we'll bring some bands only. We'll call it. Fuck fans only. We got bands only.
Yeah.
$20 a month, new band every other day, fucking playing music and shit, right?
Fucking only bands, pretty much just like every show that we've been playing for the last like 10 years of our life.
Right.
Only the other bands there.
Yeah. That man, fucking licking lips and taking names, baby.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's how we do.
So, have you done? How does like the writing work for the band? It's something I haven't asked for a long time. Like, do you write, like, or does someone write all the music and then you just learn to play it, or is it a community thing? I got a riff. Check this out. What can you do with that?
It's kind of like that. Like, I'll usually throw together some like skeletal ideas, and then the other guy in the band, Steve, we'll get together and we'll just like play the shit out of the music, just like practice it over and over. And over time, like, when you're practicing the same shit over and over, you just like kind of get ideas like, hey, what if we fucking did that 3 times instead of once, like, and it sort of evolves on its own, which is to me the funnest part of music, of just seeing like how something started one way and ended another,
Evolved. But the single I have, I'm gonna release here real soon. it was like that. I just went in. I wrote the song like fucking 20 years ago, right?
Yep.
And it's just in that riff and then the main part, but there was no solo, no drums to it, just the lyrics and the fucking chords.
Yep.
I went in the studio and the song evolved into a whole new beast. Fucking, and it was like, wow, that's what I envisioned when I fucking wrote the song, right? It came to life. So how does
Dude,
that
that's
how does
amazing,
that
man.
you guys finish a song? Like Buddy comes in with a riff or you come in with the riff and then all of a sudden, you know, 2 days later it's a complete song to life in that sense.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like it reaches a point where it's like we're only going to be causing damage to this thing if we do any more
Yeah.
to it. Most of the time, you're like, yeah. And the thing is like you could work on something forever and be like, no, it has to be better. No, it has to be a little bit better. Okay, this is really good, but like just a little bit better. It's like you're the one writing the song. You have no idea how good it is. You're the last person who's like qualified to gauge how good the shit is. If you're like, you know what, I think this shit rules, and then that's it.
Yeah.
That's as far as I really take.
Kind of like you, I do shit live or one take, maybe three at the most. My cooking show is all one take. There's no, you can't re-cooking something, right? So fucking, it's go time.
Yeah.
Like, this is it, baby. You know? But that's why I do the show live. It's like you guys getting on stage and shit. You miss a note, who gives a fuck? We're distorted enough. Fuck, you won't even notice if you keep going. But
totally. Yeah. And there's magic that happens when you just like throw that sort of safety and comfort to the wind where you're just like, yeah, fuck it, go live. Or yeah, fuck it, just let's just like make you, or like you did, like just like let's let this evolve in the studio and we'll record it. And then if we want to change it too fucking bad, it's already done.
That's it, baby. You know, and it's more organic and more raw, more real. I think. So, like, when you guys are in the studio, then is it like just a couple takes, already prepared when you go in, you rip it off, poof, that's it? Or I know a few bands now, not the Babel, but they're fighting. They have so much fucking good music. They wanted to, like you said, be better. Let's make it better. Stop listening to it, man. Just put it out there. You know, like
totally, man, totally. And I've found the older I get, I feel like the less the higher or the best shit that I've ever done was the stuff that I like approached with the least amount of like preciousness or like wanting to revise it or make it perfect. It was more just like, all right, let's just like write this one song like as quickly, not as quickly, but let's just like write it. Let's fast track it. And then you don't have any time to get in your own way. It's all about feel. It's all about the first impression and the first idea that you had. And then those songs I always find end up being the best ones because you're not like trying to overthink it or over intellectualize it. It's just like, yeah, here's some primal caveman shit that sounded good, and we just trusted ourselves enough to just keep it.
Yeah. Oh, right away, the tribal shit. That's kind of, I've dabbled in this. I don't really talk a lot about it, but tonight I'm going to a little bit. We started with music. Like, that's how we evolved. That's probably was the beginning, was banging on a fucking stick and a stick, you know, the beat. And then someone started doing just vocals, and that's where language comes from. It all developed from music in that sense. It's almost a vibration, because everything is a vibration or a frequency, just like music, you know, and you harmonize or you don't, and then chaos out of destruction. And then you have your organization in that sense after the fact. Oh, my light went out. This happens a bit. I'm in the band, baby. Right? So, well, I got a roommate now. We got another new guy. Like you met Todd there earlier. The guy's done sound for some of the some of the greatest bands I've seen live. He's like, yeah, I did that show. I was like, I was in the crowd, bud. Like, that's crazy, right? Like,
Holy
small
fuck.
world, you know?
Totally.
Even my boss, like, I'm wearing their shirt tonight, Fortunate Losers. He plays in that band.
I like
So
that.
we had a private party the other day, and I got to actually fucking play before they played and stuff, right? So that was, man, it's been a while since I've been that loud, right? It was like, oh, it was almost orgasmic in that sense. My whole body could feel the music, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and facing the crowd at that time too. Like, it's been a long time since I've been on stage in that sense.
Yeah.
But I spent my whole life practicing and training for that moment, like every time. Here, that's annoying. That bearing's going. We got to replace that probably next week.
Nice. That's fucking cool, man. What
Yeah.
are they called? Fortunate Losers? I'll check them out.
Check them out. They're out of Sudbury here, man, but they play all over, right? So they're doing pretty good for themselves.
Cool. I'll check them out, man, for sure.
Yeah, sure, right? I have one of their stickers. Their stickers are all over Ontario, but they have the scan thing, so you can fucking just scan it with your phone. And it takes you right to their music.
Oh, the whatever QRC code or whatever.
Yeah, right. So
cool. That's tight.
Anywhere up north here, Sudbury, fucking all the way to Barrie, Toronto, you'll see their stickers, man. Make sure you check them out.
Cool, yeah.
Is there anything else we should like babble on, man? Like, or
I don't know, man. We just, like I said, we just had a new record come out. That's pretty much like the only exciting thing on our radar. Just new record. I'm glad it's out, and yeah, that's fucking.
How many songs you got on the new record? Then I'm pretty sure I heard a few of them. One was like, because I just put it on while I was showering. I'm fucking doing my emails, and I had your shit in the background, so I don't know the names of the song. Something was like "No More Face." No.
Yeah, maybe. No, maybe. No, I don't think there's a song called "No More Space," but
no, that's probably wrong. I'm pulling up my Spotify now. Hold on a sec.
I'm gonna write that down. That'll be the next. That'll be the next Grubert song.
I heard "From," and then "Again Debt," or how do you say that? "Going Debt." Just
aging debt.
Oh, sorry. Like I said, I'm very dyslexic. And then I fucking put it Into Silence. That was a great song, man. That's on my list for sure, right?
Thanks. Yeah. I like that one.
And then the Nosebleed. I used to get nosebleeds so bad. I've had my nose cauterized like fucking over a dozen times now over the years, right?
Damn.
So when I put that on, I was in the shower, man, and fucking I thought I was gonna scrub my skin off. That's a great tune, man. That was so hard, so heavy.
that one is the one that we wrote like super fast. That one it was like a couple weeks, and then we were like, yeah, let's not change anything. Let's try and leave that one as close to the like original idea as possible. And it turned out really good. It's like one of my favorite songs in the record, you know.
That's awesome, man. Like, is there a song you don't even like to play, but the people fucking love it, and you have to play it regardless?
No, there's no song that anyone wants to hear us play. They're just get on with it.
Yeah.
There is actually one. It's called "These Roads." It's off of like our second LP or second record.
That's so funny to hear, because I have riffs that I just fucking hate, but people that have watched me play it and stuff, and you buy a campfire, they're like, play that song. I fucking hate this song. All right, I'm gonna play it anyways, right? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you or I are not qualified to say which songs are like good. Because it's always the ones that the musicians are like, oh fuck this fucking song. But everyone's like, yeah, that's the one we like. And what are you gonna say? Like, no, you're wrong. Like,
yeah,
like the one I like, not the one that you like. It's like,
100%. We all hear music differently. Like I have Adele on my playlist. I have, I think it's Dex. And he's kind of a religious fucking R&B and rapper and shit. But the mood I was in that day, those songs got to me, so they're on my list now, right? Like,
no shame in your game, man. It's all fucking love. It's all good music.
No, I've got a hashtag. Give a shout out to Tom McDonald. Been trying to get him on the show forever. That guy's got some cool shit. I'm not my old friend there. Like I've known her since school, man, and she got right into him. Even got hog tattooed on the inside of her lip and shit. And I always laugh. Fuck your music. Bah. I started listening to him when I met Hollywood. She's big into him, even though she's a metal freak. And I was like, dude, I started listening to what he was saying. It was like, oh, that totally makes sense, man. Like, this is a pretty good fucking tune. You know what I mean? So,
what's his name? What's the artist's name?
You know, Tom McDonald?
No.
Dude, check him out, man. He's got some fucking pretty cool shit. Completely independent. Him and his wife film everything they do. She's under Rockefeller's fucking something. Right? You'll see when you look him up, man.
Cool.
But he's got some pretty good fucking tunes. It's totally not what you look at me and you look at my shirts I wear. You wouldn't think I'd listen to him, man, but he's fucking good, right? So,
yeah, never judge a book. You never know, man.
100%, right? So we're reaching out. Hopefully, hashtag Tom McDonald, come on the show, bud. Love to have a conversation. You know.
Well, hey man, I hate to do it, but you know how this goes. We gotta be up. I gotta be up early in the morning, so.
Yeah, same here, my friend. Fuck, we both work kind of the same trade and shit, so I understand.
Yeah.
So once again, man, let us know where we find you. Nova Rockefeller is who does Tom McDonald's videos. Hollywood's all over it. But you guys, where do we find your merch? The links will obviously be loaded up in the title later. Up above, they're all obviously below in the other post when we said you guys were going to be on tonight. One more time, band, where we buy your merch, and fucking we'll call her a night, bud.
Yeah, just Greber, Greber, and yeah, if you just Google it or Bandcamp, Google the Bandcamp. Yeah. Oh, where you can find some records and tapes and CDs and T-shirts and bullshit like that. So
you have tapes?
Yeah, we got tapes, and we also got like a limited edition. Like
what? Hollywood, take a note. We're making a list of all the merch we've got to buy from all the bands we have had on, man, and that's why I work so hard, is to try and buy your shit to help support you guys and stuff, right? And
well, do you want a tape?
Music fan. Send me tape vinyl, bud.
Just send me your address. I'll mail you one.
Oh shit. Hollywood or I in the next day or two will send you that stuff over, bud. And then,
hell yeah, dude. Fucking right.
We're getting our merch too. So if you send me something, I'll send you a t-shirt then.
Deal.
Quality, right?
That's more than a fair trade. I'm into it.
Oh, cheers, bud. So once again, fuck you're amazing. Anytime you got new stuff coming on, let us know. New video. Anything you want us to share, Hollywood and I are here, man. Let us know. We'll post it up on the page here. Other than that, fucking play it loud and play it proud, baby. And
fucking work safe, bud. Work safe tomorrow, you too.
You too, man. Fuck. You know, gotta be safe out there. That's it was funny, the new company. I'm not even gonna go in that conversation because there'll be another fucking 20 minutes, and I know we gotta go. So
next time.
Yeah. Anytime you want to be on, let either one of us know, bud. And you're back on. Any new shit, let us know. We'll share it up. Cool. Play it loud, play proud, baby.
I will.
I think our next shows are Sunday at 9 and then again at noon. And then I'll let everyone else know. Play loud, play proud, baby.
Sounds good, man. All right. Thanks, guys.